Buenos dias, good morning. I'm Ana Garcia. I am going to take you to the biggest Hispanic music concert in Northeast Ohio, and it was all brought to you by La Mega radio station. Jake Giles, reggaeton artist from Puerto Rico with more than 1 million subscribers on YouTube, helped bring Cleveland's largest Latino crowd at Nautica 5,000 strong.
What do you think about Cleveland?
I love Cleveland. I had an amazing time with my people. A lot of Latinos came out, showed a lot of love, so I'm super impressed. I'm super happy. I had a great time. That's everything. I always go on stage and I want to have a good time. I want the people to have a good time, and that's what matters. I'm performing Premios Juventud, PJs. I'm going to be the opening act on Premios Juventud, so that's a big step in my career. I'm super glad with everything that's happening. My album debuted #1. I'm coming with new singles, new featuring. Farruko, I got a featuring with Plan B, I got a new feature with Alexis y Fido. So I got a lot of good music coming out, so everybody stay tuned.
I'm Ana Garcia. We are backstage at the Mega concert here in Cleveland, Ohio. Grammy award-winning artist Olga Tañón. From Puerto Rico, and she started her career in the 80s and became a household name around the same time Gloria Estefan's big hit Conga. Many of Tañón's fans have been listening to her for 40 years.
Y estoy aquí disfrutando del concierto de La Mega, como siempre es el tercero, no me lo pierdo por nada. Está sensacional, la comida, los artistas, todo, me encanta. Me encanta la alegría que hay aquí.
I invite you ahead of time for next year, so all of you can come. I brought with me 50 friends from Lorraine and Cleveland. The event is sensational. I recommend the event 100%.
Todos que vengan y no se pierdan este concierto. La verdad está sensacional. Recomendado 100%.
La Mega also brought local stars like Boricu and Papo Ruiz y la dulzura de la salsa.
It was a wonderful journey. We practiced, we rehearsed for at least 3 months with Frankie Negron and my group, Papo Ruiz y la dulzura de la salsa. It was wonderful.
Wonderful. How are you enjoying yourself?
I am enjoying. I was so part of the band. They did a really good job. Papo sang really good. Really, really good.
You got your Rincon Criolla food here?
Yes, we did have
yes.
more catering. Yes.
There's still some pernil there.
Oh, let's
There's still some pernil there. Where everybody, arroz con gandules, pernil, rellenito by size, ensalada de papa, ensalada verde y pan. ¿Qué mejor, boricua?
Olga, I've been listening to her since I was a little girl. Wonderful. She's a wonderful person. It's nice to come out here, and this is my first time being here too, so it was nice to come out here and see all the people. Everybody's happy, everybody's nice. It's wonderful food. Have you got to eat yet? Oh, you need to get some. Both of you, definitely get some. Acapuria, the relleno de papas, empanadas, arroz con gandules, you gotta get it.
Yum.
Congratulations to La Mega and their staff. It's the biggest crowd in 3 years, and they accomplished their goal to bring the community together. Have you ever had pico de gallo? It really is chunky Mexican salsa. I just learned that. The funny thing is that I never thought about this. Pico de gallo in Spanish means the beak of a rooster. We will show you how to make it with fresh organic vegetables, just picked from a local garden. And we're here at the Good Earth Farm stand on 9600 Madison Avenue with Carmen Nieves. She's gonna teach us how to make pico de gallo, which translated is, ¿qué quiere decir pico de gallo? The beak of a rooster. Right?
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny, I didn't know that. I never really thought about it. So, how do we make it? ¿Cómo lo hacemos?
Que picamos tomatito,
Ajá.
le añadimos cilantro,
Okay. ¿Cuántos tomates hay ahí?
como
Okay.
4,
4 tomates. ¿Y cilantro cuánto? So 4 tomatoes in there.
un bonche de cilantro,
A bunch of cilantro, okay. That's probably like a bunch, yeah, like one bunch.
3 jalapeños.
3 jalapenos, okay. Maybe less, si no te if you don't like it too hot.
Depende de cómo de caliente te esté.
It depends on how hot you like it. You can add or take away.
Then we put the
Onions. How many onions do you think is in there?
1 onion.
1 onion? Okay. And you just mix it up. Wow, this is very easy. Now, do some people, they eat it with chips, but other people use it as a meal, right? Sometimes they make a taco of
You
pico de
can make a
gallo.
taco, you can, te puedes comer con pollo frito, encima del arroz,
You put it on top of your
encima
rice. Uh-huh.
de unos huevitos rancheros.
On top of your eggs? Oh, that's a good idea. And you said with chicken? Like you put it on top of your chicken? Like fried chicken?
fried pork,
That's a fried pork.
en el
That's a
top
good
de
idea.
tacos.
On top of your tacos, yeah?
Yep.
That's great.
Y le echas aceite.
A little bit of oil. This is perfect for the summer.
That is a summer dish.
Low calorie, ¿verdad? It's good for you? And you know what? Because this was just picked at the farm stand.
Everything is fresh.
It's fresh, so there's no comparison when you buy the ones at the grocery store that are already pico de gallo or the salsa. This is awesome.
No chemicals.
No chemicals, no nothing. It's beautiful. And this is all
It's
organic
organic, yep.
here at this farm stand.
And it's olive oil.
¿Y come también? So Carmen, you're not just a cook in the community, but you do a lot for the community. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I volunteer cooking for different churches, for different activities.
That's just one of the many things. There's like, she's very humble. Go ahead.
And I in a food bank, I volunteer to give food away from the people in free. Sometimes I take people to the hospital when they need to translate. I speak Spanish too. And anyone who got my phone number, call me anything I need, I help them.
Wow. You also told me you help people fill out paperwork if they need help with that. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
They need papers, they don't know speak no English and they don't know how to read English. I help them with the paper for the welfare or any apply for the food stamps, social security, or any medical information they need. I can get in the computer and get it for them.
And you do this just out of the goodness of your heart.
Yes, I cook in 99 in church. It's in a Chinese church. I go there on Saturdays and I cook for the homeless.
So why do you do this for all these years? What do you think?
Because when you do good, you get good. And you feel good.
Good things happen and you feel good.
In '98, I stopped breathing and I died and I came back. Okay, if I came back, it's for a reason, you know. And I think for me to God bring me back, I help a lot of people to like thanking God for bring me back.
You stopped breathing, like just
I was dead. Completely dead.
Well, thank you for everything you do. Let me give you a big hug. This is like, even my hug can't encompass everything that you've done for this community, but thank you for everything you do and everything that you continue to do for our people. Thank you. Te bendiga y te cuide. We often call our remodeling expert, Jose Rodriguez, Superman, because of all the great work he does. He is going to show us how to redo your bathroom floor for $100.
Hi, I'm Jose Rodriguez. I've been called to this location to rescue a bathroom floor, and I am dressed for the occasion. In order for me to rescue this floor, I first have to remove this sink. And I also have to remove the toilet and remove all the trim that you see here around the baseboard. So we're gonna start by removing the pedestal sink first. The first thing you wanna do is turn off the water. So what I did was I went downstairs already to double check that the main water was off, just in case these shutoff valves are no good. Usually when I go to client's house, what happens is they call me and I cannot shut these valves off because these are the old ones, they're not the quarter turn. So you go downstairs to the basement, turn off the main, and then turn these off. And on these pedestal sinks, what you'll see is under here they have two bolts that are against the wall. They have one here and one here. This keeps it from falling apart. So I'm gonna take those off real quick. Step 2, remove the toilet. Never put silicone around a toilet. If you do, you will never know you have a leak. Rule number 1, never make this mistake. Okay? Step number 3, we must remove the cub base. We're gonna replace this with wood. Take your utility knife so that you do not have a problem with the wall paint. If you just pull it right out without doing what I'm doing here, what's gonna happen is you're gonna pull the paint and then you have to repaint the walls. So just go like that all the way across and take you a scraper like this and go down. Just go down like this. This is the one with the glue already on it, thank God. So it's a little bit easier to work with. You just pull it like that. That's how you remove the cub base. Today we're going to be installing a floor that is made by a product called Allure. Allure is a product that you can find at Home Depot, and as you see here is a unique interlocking edge design for simple installation. It's very durable, highly water resistant. It's a full loading floor and it lays over most existing surfaces, and you don't have to glue this down. So this is a very good product. We chose the color blonde maple. If you look at it very closely, what you see here is glue. This is the glue, and you just lay them one on top of another and they just interlock, and they're very thin. See how thin they are? So that means you don't have to cut doors. But in this case, when I'm installing this floor, I always recommend that you put it against your trim work and you take your saw and you cut around the edges so that when you get ready to install the floor, it looks like this floor is underneath all your trim. So now when I get ready to install the floor, watch this. Look at that. See? It looks like it was part of the floor. I started with this first run and I cut this with the table saw. You could use a utility knife to cut this and snap it, but I used a table saw, and you see how clean the cut came out. So I'm going to start with 2 3/4 here, and I have that cut already made. Right here, if you come closely, you can see that this one is going to overlap right here. And once you set this, make sure you know exactly where you want to set it, because once you glue this, it is glued down. This moves back and forth. It gives you the flexibility. Give it a little bit of a breathing room here. Give it at least a quarter inch, because you want it to float. You don't want it to be tight. You put it tight, it buckles up in the middle, and then the trim work goes here, so that'll cover that gap anyway. This will be your number 2. Now remember, you want to just put your number 2 even with this one first, and then we'll go here and merge with this one. Now, what I usually do is I'll take this and I flip it around like this. I leave a 1/4 inch gap here, and what I do is I make my mark here, and then I turn it around and mark it on the front like that, and I mark it like this. And you give it at least, make sure you have new blades on there, and then this is supposed to go like this. Ta-da! Perfect. That's how easy it is. I'm using a table saw because I wanted to just make a real clean cut, but you don't have to, as you can see how easy that was. Then now, you already have, see? That's already 2. Once I set it already here, and I just did like an eyeliner here with my visual eye. Ready to go. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit, that's almost perfect. We have real wood versus what we had before, which was that rubber. So, here we go. Bathroom rescue complete. Take a look at the floor.
Thank you, Jose. Next week, he's going to show us how to install a faucet and a vanity. Jose Rodriguez will show you the correct way to do it and how easy it is. Elizabeth Image Unisex Salon, where looking good is understood. Cleveland's first Hispanic female barber entrepreneur, and she does my hair every week. Her team does hair, updos, eyebrows, pedicures, and will do your makeup for that special occasion. Elizabeth Image Unisex Salon, located at 4355 Ridge Road in Brooklyn, Ohio. You can contact her and her staff at 216-961-4441. ElizabethImage.com. We may have all heard the saying, when one door closes, another one opens. I think this is so true. Well, there is a traveling art exhibit of doors that were painted by local artists. Each door represents one of our Hispanic cultures. Doors throughout history have been a symbol of unlimited opportunities. I take you inside Julia de Burgos Cultural Center in Cleveland, Ohio. The vibrant colors, the pictures painted tell a story. Doors to My Barrio, Doors to My Town is a traveling art project. The vision of the open doors was created by the Julia de Burgos cultural staff. Dina is an art teacher at Lincoln West High School, and she guided a diverse group of students on how to paint the door that represents Venezuela.
My students researched the project. They found a couple of things. So one thing they wanted to show were some of the festivals of Venezuela, and they found this thing called the dancing devils, which are these beautiful masks that people make. It's actually a UNESCO World Heritage tradition, and that's what's on the bottom. So that's one of the dancing devils. And then on the top is a waterfall, because Venezuela has many beautiful waterfalls, and that was one of the things that they discovered about it. And we talked about compositional strategies, dividing the image up into ways, dividing the door up in a way that would be visually balanced, and using the 1/3 mark across the bottom with the colors of the Venezuelan flag, so that the bottom third is the dancing devil, the top 2/3 are the waterfall, but then we're also connecting those same colors from the bottom back up to the top to create visual continuity.
So tell me about the colors and how you were inspired to do this.
So one of the things that I wanted to do is, I'm actually not a painter, I'm a more digital artist, illustrator. Wow. So this was a challenge for me, and that's what I wanted to challenge myself as an artist. So I do a lot of figure drawing, so I know I wanted to have the female, but then I wanted to represent Mexico as a whole, integrate some of the destruction into the natural, the door. So I put part of the country in that, and then it moves up, and as we move up the country, we have the sun moving up, and then the celebratory, walking of the Day of the Dead.
They have a parade out in Mexico. They do that, right?
Yes.
Alrighty, and then down here, is that also part of the Day of the Dead?
Yeah, this is. Yeah, a lot of them, they paint their face, and they same thing with the skeleton or the skull. It's not supposed to be scary, but yeah, they integrate all that to celebrate the lives that the past.
Local artist Liliana Arieta painted the Costa Rican door. Growing up, she had a friend who was from Costa Rica, and she loved her accent and the culture.
I wanted to show the bright colors that Costa Rica has. It's beautiful. I learned a lot about the Pura Vida and how they so rich and happy. They love being in the water, and they have a lot of forests and a lot of waterfalls and rivers. So I wanted to put that on top with the mountains and the volcanoes. And then their flag. This is their flag right here, and the birds, and again, more trees with different colors. And then I went back a little bit to their cultures, which is very similar to ours. And I want to emphasize that too, because Latin America, I noticed the other doors, because I got to bond with other artists and learn from other countries while we did them. So that was fun. And I just fell in love with the color and then their culture while I did it. I chose the flower on top, kind of like a freedom flower. It's their flower. The guerrilla fighters used to use them to put notes into them, and the women used to give the flowers to the fighters, and that's how they used to get messages across. The sun is part of their seal, as well as these two pieces of land, which happen to be North and South America. There's usually a key placed in between, because they say Cuba is the key to North and South America. I kind of left it empty and incorporated what we would say a balsa, a little boat with the flag, because as we know, there's so many people trying to reach freedom and have lost their lives. So I kind of left the key empty from there. We have Scroll in the Middle, which is a poem by Jose Marti. He was, to me, an awesome poet, activist. He really believed in freedom of the people of Cuba.
What does it say? Can you read it?
Of course. It's called Cultivo una rosa blanca. I cultivate a white rose. Es cultivo una rosa blanca en junio como en enero, para el amigo sincero que me da su mano franca, y para el cruel que me arranca el corazón con que vivo, cardo ni ortigo cultivo la rosa blanca.
Can you translate?
Of course. I cultivate a white rose in June as I would in January for my sincere friends, who gives me their hand frankly. Now for the person who's cruel and tears my heart, in which I live with, thistle, nor nettle, I believe it is, I'll cultivate a white rose. So it kind of signifies, I'm always going to cultivate kindness and friendship and love before anything else. You can treat me any way you want to, and how I'm going to react to that ultimately is up to me, and how I want that energy, to be around me and mine. I'm always going to bring forth kindness. That's what we need more of.
So, Lindsay, you're Salvadoreña.
Yes.
So tell me about your door.
This is the door of El Salvador, and this was a wonderful and learning experience for me, because as Hispanic Americans, we lose touch with our roots. So I wanted to represent everything that makes up El Salvador, which is why I decided to go with an Indian woman who is, Indians were the natives at first. And then,
She kind of looks like you.
Yeah, thank you. So just like many other Hispanic countries, the Spaniards came and conquered. So I wanted, this is the shield, and this is the flower of the country. And this is like, a statue there, a landmark. And there's a bunch of volcanoes, and this is the bird of El Salvador.
What kind of bird is that?
It's called torogos.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted. This was, again, a learning experience. It was for me. I learned as I went, to learn a bunch of things that I personally didn't know as well.
Okay. So for you as a Salvadoreña to paint your own door and to represent, because this is kind of a moving exhibit.
Right.
What does that mean to you?
Oh, it was, again, a great, wonderful experience to see all the doors and my door going around the Hispanic community events. Just, representing every culture.
All the artists have great respect and admiration for all the Hispanic cultures. And our elders and ancestors remind us all never to forget your roots and where you came from. Upon completion of all the doors, they will be exhibited outside along West 25th and Clark in the heart of La Villa Hispana. The doors are a great reminder that great changes are coming to our community. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Join me next Sunday morning at 5:30 a.m. as I take you behind the scenes of my life, which is a very crazy, exciting, and very blessed life. Vaya con Dios. Accessories and jewelry for the Ana Show provided by Charming Charlie at Legacy Village, 24503 Cedar Road, Lyndhurst, Ohio.